Lovely talking to the three of you. You're known to be very private and quiet people. So who's the quietest amongst the three of you? But honestly, how did the three of you break the ice? I mean, I'm sure when you all walked in quiet and suddenly there was magic on
Did
screen.
we break the ice? It's never happened.
I don't think there was any requirement to break the ice. I think just when you have a certain respect for the people you're working with, then you just, the work breaks the ice, I suppose.
Absolutely. And your work definitely talks for itself. Many congratulations to you from N.T. Ramarao, A.N.R., Rajnikant, Kamal Hassan, Amitabh Bachchan. And now these two, you worked with the best in the industry. And not many can boast of such a milestone. 50 years, 5 decades I'll say, and not say 50 years, she's very young. And you started as a child artist, 300 films. So when you think of your career, what is the one thing that you get most nostalgic about?
I don't know, nothing. Like, it seems like I just started my career. I mean, I'm a newcomer. This is my first movie. That all looks like a dream, a beautiful dream.
But you know, each one of your co-stars says, the moment she comes on screen, she lights up the screen.
But you know, there's a big difference between a 50-year career and a 50 years of being a leading lady.
Absolutely, and she has been a leading lady for 50 years.
That I don't think has ever happened in the history of cinema, anywhere in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Actually, that's the milestone, that's the achievement. Leading lady, and the rest you've supported them.
No, not at all. They supported me. Absolutely, they supported me. The credit goes to all my co-stars, my directors, my producers. I'm not just saying this for the sake of saying, because I would have not been here without them. Trusting me, giving me such beautiful roles, beautiful films. It's really...
Any dialogue that comes to mind to describe your beautiful cinematic journey?
No, I don't remember. I just remember one dialogue. That's from Mom. उसे समझाने की नहीं, हमें उसे समझने की ज़रूरत है. Is a very relevant in today's time. This is for teenagers.
Absolutely.
So they really love this dialogue, I think.
And also, Akshay, you've also kept yourself away, and we would say it's like a second innings. So why this long break? Was it intentional? And what was it about Mom that made you say, let me do it?
No, it wasn't intentional. Nobody wants to take a break from what one loves to do. I had some personal issues which didn't allow me to work for a while. And as soon as that time passed, I was back to work. And, you know, as ma'am was saying, it's so correct, you know, that she's thanking her co-stars and her directors and her producers. Because as actors, we are probably the most vulnerable artists on the planet. You take any other art form, whether you're writing or you're composing music, you can do it alone. The actor is the only artist who is dependent on so many people. We're dependent on a good writer, on a good editor, on a good cinematographer, on a good director, on good co-stars, without which we cannot work.
Absolutely.
So we're so vulnerable as an art form that unless you get that collaboration with the good talent, you are nothing. So what she's saying is she is what she is because of the opportunities that she got. Nawaz is who he is because of the opportunities he's got. And such few people get these opportunities in India that we have to consider ourselves blessed.
And opportunities की बात हो रही है. आप तो जब आपसे बात हुई थी तो आप इस opportunity के साथ इतने खुश थे कि आप श्रीदेवी जी के साथ काम कर रहे हैं और आप कहते हैं आप खुद से बोर हो जाते हैं तो आपको नई नई चीज़ें अच्छी लगती हैं करनी. तो इस पिक्चर में आपका जो किरदार है, सच है कि आप चांदनी चौक गए थे देखने के लिए कि लोग आपके गेटअप को देख के आपको पहचान रहे हैं या नहीं?
मैं आपको हाँ, और हमने तो शूट भी किया था वहाँ पे एक्चुअली चांदनी चौक में. और एक सीन था कि मुझे एक शॉप से कुछ सामान लेके वापस ऐसे जाना है कैमरे की तरफ. कैमरा ऊपर रखा हुआ था, छुपा के रखा हुआ था. तो उस शॉप से मैं 3-4 ब्रश लेता था और टूथपेस्ट लेता था. एक ब्रश और टूथपेस्ट लेता था, वो लेके जाता था. तो वो 3-4 बार हो गए, 5वीं बार बोले एक ही साथ में ले जाना सारे. ये क्या बार बार आता है, उसको नहीं पता था कि वहाँ रिटेक हो जाता है. तो लेकिन ये था कि जब भी मैं उसको पैसे देके जाता तो 15 रुपए का आता था वो. एक ब्रश और टूथपेस्ट और एक साबुन छोटा वाला, और मैं उसको देता था 20 रुपए, और वो छुट्टा वापस नहीं लेता था, क्योंकि छुट्टा वापस देगा तो इतने में एक्शन बोल के तो देर हो जाएगी, इसलिए मैं जल्दी से लेके चला जाता था। तो जब 5 बार लिए मैंने उसे, 5 बार वो चुप रहा, उसने 5 रुपए मुझे वापस नहीं किए। लास्ट में जब 6 टाइम में उसके पास गया तो मैंने 25 रुपए दे। तो कैसे 25 रुपए? मैंने तुझे हर बार में 20-20 रुपए दे रहा हूँ आके, तो 5 मुझे वापस नहीं, 25 दे। तो लिए उससे मैंने पास।
And also doing MOM, is it, I mean, I've heard that you basically disassociated yourself from everything and everybody to get into your character. And being a mom, did it help do this particular role?
Well, being a mom, to be honest, because my children were at home, they were keep calling me. I never went through this kind of a phase in any film. This first time. My younger daughter used to discuss with my elder one, Mama always calls us, how come she didn't call? You know, it was not a conscious decision. I don't know. I wanted to be disconnected from people, especially in this film, like the character of that Devaki, what she was going through. It didn't permit me to be in a normal atmosphere, like at home, joking with my husband and bullying them, which I couldn't do that. I don't know why.
And it was 15 years break, and then we got English. Now a 4-year break and we get this. Why such long breaks? I mean, it's nothing that has excited you in this period, or do you prefer taking breaks and then doing one film at a time?
After hearing the plot, I think Boniji and Ravi, they took time, almost 2 years, to put everything together. Then finally we rolled in 2016. So it's actually only two years I was away.
And for somebody in her career who's done back-to-back shifts, you know, those days, 80s, I mean, you were running from one set to another. Do you like the pace these days?
Yeah, I love it. I can't imagine doing the same thing again, of course, but the things have changed, the times have changed. So I feel it's better now.
Do you feel so?
It's become more professional, and there is a time limit now, and the environment has changed. It's best to be in this industry at this time.
And do you feel better roles are now written for actors who they say are seniors? You always would be the lead, but do you think better roles and come to you for actresses in a particular category, if you take age or whatever, now compared to then?
Well, you know, the producers exploring, doing new and different subject, especially heroine-oriented film, woman-centric film, and even the audience would love to see something. You know, the audience just want a good film. That's what matters. Whether it is a heroine-oriented or the hero-oriented film, for them, I think it is only the subject is matters.
And also, Akshay, after seeing you in films like My Father, Gandhi, My Father, to commercial films like Dil Chahta Hai, then we had Halchal, what genre comes easiest to you?
You know, just being on a film set and doing what I do, that's what I enjoy. I've never had a preference, whether it's a genre or a role or negative, positive. It's all secondary for me. Just being a working actor is what gives me a kick.
And Mr. Boni Kapoor said this is one of your best performances. What was it about Mom that made you actually say yes, because you've like really taken note?
Because there was nothing wrong with the, everything was right. Everything was perfect. The writing was exquisite, the cast was superb. The director was the only person that I had a question mark because it was his first film. And then I thought to myself, I said, Akshay, Boni Kapoor has put his faith in this man to direct his next film. Ma'am has said, okay, I'm going to allow this man to direct me in this film. What more do you want? So I just went with that. You know, they have given the confidence, that's enough for me. And I'm so glad I did it, because he's one of the finest talents to be, as a director. He's one of the finest talents you'll see in the last decade or so. He's really going to be someone that people are going to go bananas over as a director.
नवाज आप बताइए, आप तो अभी आपकी रिलीजेस बैक टू बैक है, ये तो ब्रेक्स ही ले 4 साल के बाद अभी मालूम नहीं कौन सी अच्छी फिल्म लगेगी। आपकी 4 रिलीजेस आ रही हैं, मगर आप एक कैरेक्टर से दूसरे कैरेक्टर में इतने आसानी से कैसे अपने को डाल
आसानी
लेते?
तो नहीं होती, बहुत मुश्किल होता है, उसके बीच में गैप लेना पड़ता है ताकि जो पहला क्या है कैरेक्टर उसको भुलाया जा सके बिल्कुल। उसके बाद एम्प्टी होना पड़ता है, फिर दूसरा कैरेक्टर के बारे में ज़ीरो से स्टार्ट करना पड़ता है। तो बहुत आसान तो नहीं होता, डिफ़िकल्ट होता है, लेकिन अभी थोड़ा सा टाइम चल रहा है, कर लेते हैं जब तक है, उसके बाद तो पता नहीं क्या फिर क्या होगा।
And honestly, one thing about you, personally I'm talking, my personal favorites have been your movies like Lame, Chalbaz, and even Mundram Pire, Sadma. It was your flair for comedy that was amazing, and dance. No one could keep up with you. But who is the real Sridevi? Because how would you describe the real Sridevi? We all want to know because you're so quiet and keep yourself away.
I'm very funny at home. My family people, they call me a joker. So,
really?
Yeah.
You're something like your character, say like the Chulbuli one in Chalbaz?
Well, yes, maybe. But when I'm that way when I'm close to my family members or close to people who I'm very comfortable with.
And also, you're a mom, and your mom was a very strong influence in your life. But how different a mother are you from your mother? And would we see you also how different is your approach, I would say that?
My children, they know very well where I'm coming from. So they're quite aware of it. But definitely I can't expect myself being like my mother. I have to change with the times. If I do anything like what my mother, like being very strict, but there are basic ethics in life or values which I really would like to, give it to my children.